Today I want to talk to you about how you can go about changing your mindset. I've talked a lot in these videos about what your mindset is and how important it is to adopt an enough mindset, but how do you go about changing it? The lovely thing is it's quite a simple process to remember. And I say that because, of course, this stuff takes work and it takes intention, but actually the process itself is easy. It's this: notice, pause to reflect, choose, reset. And I'll go through each of those stages, but actually that's the thing that we want to master. So the first one, notice, is again, it sounds easy, and of course it is, but we need to get into the habit of getting really observant about how we think, about noticing the tone of voice that we're using, or the inner voice that we're having and what it is saying to us. We need to get really curious and observant about how we feel and about the patterns that are repeating in our life, the patterns of how we behave and how we feel, and also the patterns of how that leads us to lead our lives and work at home, all sorts of things. So if you're doing this work of challenging your inner voices and wanting to release yourself from the grip of sensing that you lack something, of imposter syndrome or of overwhelm or of any of those oh so common and difficult feelings and patternings, the thing to do, the first stage, is to start to notice. And that's where things like journaling can be really useful. Writing down what it is you're thinking, what you're feeling, the words you use, the tone of voice, the patterns you're noticing, just jotting them down so that you can begin to get really curious and clear about what it is you are thinking. Once you've noticed that, or got into the habit of noticing, it makes it easier in the moment to do stage 2, which is pause to reflect. Pause and reflect. So take a bit of time, put a bit of space between what it is you're feeling and how you then respond to it. And that is really critical, because it's in that moment when you notice, say, for example, that your inner critical voice is stopping you from doing something, saying something that you would like to offer. In those moments, once you've noticed that, you can give yourself a moment to pause and reflect. Is that really what I think? Is that really what I want to do? Is that really the approach I want to take? Just settling with that and giving yourself a bit of space to calm your nervous system, tune into what you really want, and begin to offer yourself the third stage of this process, which is choice. Once you've noticed your voice or your reaction or your pattern, once you've given yourself the time to write it down and reflect on it, or if it's just in the moment, to just take a bit of time, a step back, if you like, then you can begin to offer yourselves a choice, a counterpoint position. I'm wary of using the terminology of opposites, because so much in our modern world is about binary opposition, and that's not always helpful. It's not always either or. It's more often both and. So the critical voice isn't something we want to dismiss out of hand. After all, there it is, trying its hardest to keep us safe, often based on times in the past when it's worked. But it's no longer helpful. So we now might want to offer ourselves a counterpoint, an alternative voice. And so once we've noticed, once we've given ourselves some time to reflect, once we've given ourselves a choice, a conscious choice, an alternative position, I don't want to be coming from a place of fear anymore. I'm going to try and see if I can reframe this with self-compassion, for example. Then we can reset. And the reset, again, it sounds easy. It makes us sound mechanistic, doesn't it? Like we just press that button. Actually, what a reset is setting an intention. And all of this is about bringing into awareness a conscious choice, bringing into conscious awareness how we are and how we want to be, and offering ourselves the time and the chance to choose a different way. And the more conscious we can be about every aspect of ourselves, the more aware we can be of the old patterns that might be getting in the way of what we want to be doing now, the more we are offering ourselves real choice about what we want to do and how we can inhabit that. So that 4-stage process is easy to remember and takes some time and attention to do, and I really offer it to you because I think it's the core of changing your mindset. Notice, pause to reflect, choose and reset. I wish you well with it. And don't forget, you are enough, you do enough, you have enough, and together we can seek the art of enough. Take care.